Hey guys, welcome back to another talkie. I'm Kevin,
I'm Whitney.
and today we're going to be talking about another Mike Flanagan series, The Fall of the House of Usher. This was my second viewing. It was Whit's first. We've been trying to cover the catalog of Mike Flanagan, as I said before, and he's got a lot of stuff that we both really enjoy, and so we dove into this one. I want to say, what was there, 9 episodes or something like that? It's not a huge deal, something like
Right.
that. But
I think it was 8 episodes.
it had made, okay. This one I liked, but I didn't love it. I didn't like it near as much as Midnight Mass. It had a lot of the same cast members that Flanagan always picks, and it's good to see different actors or the same actors do different roles, and it lets them, broaden their horizons as far as what they're actually. You can be a good guy here and a bad guy here and all that, and I appreciate that. And there's some really good actors here. There's a lot of how do I put this delicately? A lot of sleaze material here that's like really unnecessary to the plot. It really doesn't have a lot to do, just other than to show that
a story.
That these people are very privileged and spoiled, and you basically have this guy Usher, who's he's basically had like I think 6 kids with 5 different women, and they're all from different backgrounds and whatever. They're filthy rich people, and they run over anybody in their way. They don't care about anybody. They're very selfish. And you got Usher and his sister, which I can't remember her name.
Actually, not to be disrespectful, but his name's Roderick.
Roderick
Their last
Usher.
name's
Correct,
Usher.
correct.
Sorry,
I couldn't think of it.
Wasn't trying to be rude.
Yeah, Roderick and
his sister Madeline.
Madeline. Okay, so Roderick and Madeline are twins. They're brother and sister.
Very tight knit, close.
Yes.
Almost to the point where it's kind of creepy.
It's almost creepy in certain parts.
Yeah, and she has like this god awful obsession with him and control. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not sure if it's wholesome or not, but she's like, there were times throughout, because it shows the present and the past with them, and there's times in the past where like he was more reserved and she was like, you need to steamroll over these people basically to get what you want. Mm-hmm. And basically what I do like about this show is that it's focusing on a lot of Edgar Allan Poe's work, and like each of the chapters of the show is a different Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah, and it mentions right here, just it says it's reimagined in modern setting.
Exactly.
Of Edgar Allan Poe's stories.
Yeah, they modernize like the Black Cat and the Telltale Heart and all these different things. And then it culminates with the episode called The Raven. And Roderick has a granddaughter, and her name is Eleanor. And that's, of course, the name in the Raven story that the guy's talking about. Mm-hmm. So she's pretty much the only good one in the family. But yeah, each one of them, it tells a different story. At like the Mask of the Red Death, where you got the guy, he's basically inviting a bunch of people into this thing. They pay to get in. They have this big orgy thing, and then like they all die a horrible death. And it's like at the end of every episode, death gets whoever it is by whatever means, and it harkens back to Edgar Allan Poe's story, whatever that happens to be.
It was almost like he was telling every episode was one of his children's different deaths.
Yeah, it was, and he's talking to his. Well, he's not really a friend, but he's basically the only friend he's got, which was his prosecutor whenever they were being charged with all the different crimes that they've done throughout the years. And they've got a lawyer, I can't remember his name, Mark Hamill plays his lawyer, and he gets him out of everything. Like basically this guy is just as cutthroat as they are.
Intelligent.
Yeah, he's super smart and creepy. He's creepy himself. But he knows all the ins and outs. He can tell. He basically, when there's a crime scene, he tells the cops what to do. He's like, don't come in here for such and such time.
Arthur Pym.
Arthur Pym is the lawyer's name. Mm-hmm. And he goes in the crime scenes and he tells, they're like, but don't you touch anything. And he's like, He's like, don't submit this, don't submit this. He's taking evidence so that it's can't be traced back.
Yes.
He does stuff like that.
So I'm just going to read you this real quick. It says that they considered him as the Pym Reaper. He handles cover-ups and handles legal messes to protect the family. He's loyal, silent, and operative who ensures the family's secrets remain hidden and their actions are legally shielded.
Yeah.
So he is like, he's getting paid the big bucks to do exactly what they say, when, and how.
Yeah, protection of the law by any means.
The brains on this man are just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So smart to a T on any and every scenario.
Yeah. Sorry for the siren, by the way.
Yeah, we live downtown. This was my first time watching it. Obviously, he has got me to be a Mike Flanagan fan. I love his work. I'm actually excited. If you can't, I don't know if y'all can see behind us, we're readers. So yeah. I'm kind of hoping to check out some of his reading. But this show really, I don't know, it was really exciting for me because I like the dark stuff.
Yeah.
But so back to his story on his children.
Yeah, each episode, it's basically he's invited this other lawyer in to his mother's old house, which is it's about to be torn down. It's old and run down, and he's got a fire going, and he sits him down and he's basically confessing to everything that the guy said he's got him on. But he's telling the story so that we can watch it, and each episode is another child and what happened to another child, basically. Mm-hmm. And Roderick is seeing the ghosts of his children as the story's being told.
Yeah, like creepy.
Yeah, Roderick has some kind of I don't know if it's cancer or some kind of sickness that's taking him down.
It's eating him from the inside out.
Yeah, and he's losing his mind every now and then, and he forgets where he's at.
So where all this started was, so his mother worked for a company as a receptionist for this guy. I cannot remember his name. Big bad A company, like money coming out their ears.
Yeah.
He comes up with a medicine called Ligadone. And, there is specific rules for this. You have to take it every day, whatever they prescribe you, how many to take. You have to take this every day, pretty much on time, same routine every single day, and you are not allowed to stop taking this medicine. And then there's reasons why you don't stop taking it. Mm-hmm. And then you can take over from there.
Roderick marries this young girl who was basically, it's almost like he married her just so she could be a spokesman for his medicine, basically, is what it seems like to me. It don't seem like he loves this girl at all. He's just, she's like hanging all over him and loves him to death and tries to fit in with the family, and they're all just like...
kind of young.
Yeah.
Just odd.
She's
very odd.
She doesn't seem very intelligent.
She's not all there.
No, but the kids are all just like, treat her like an outcast, and they're not nice to her.
And he ended up... I think it was more for him at first. I get that he probably fell in love with her, but at first when it started, I think it was more of a project for him. Yeah. Because she ended up having to have her leg decapitated.
Yeah, amputated.
Amputated. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm getting excited. She ended up having to have her leg amputated, and the medicine was working so well, like she's starting to get better so quick, and with so little medicine, but then... You finally find out through some of these episodes how many she's actually having to take, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous amounts of medicine. And they, on here, I'm just looking up details because there's some things I didn't remember. On here, they were actually considering the Ligadone a fictional painkiller mirroring the Oxycontin, which forms the basis of a Usher fortune and causes the industry to a driven opiate crisis.
Right.
So, it's like a really popular pain-killing medicine. Mm-hmm. Don't ever stop taking it. And it wasn't just because it causes long-term side effects. It was because of how addicting it was.
Right.
So he's telling, this guy the stories as he's seeing all his kids after they've passed away, but he's trying to tell them each one, and each story he tells, that child that was killed in whatever ridiculous way is like haunting him.
Yeah. And he's seeing the ghost. However, they found the bodies, like mm-hmm. they're burnt or they're cut in half or whatever it is. He's seeing that version of the ghost, and it's
each creepy. Child that I'm not trying to keep interrupting you.
No, you're fine.
Each child that dies, obviously they're all grown up. They're all adults. They all got their own life. They're doing their own things. There's a, what did they call it? Somebody has pretty much called the family out to where they can get in some serious legal trouble.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out within, because there's only, this family is like tight knit as far as legal situations.
Right.
And they're trying to find out pretty much who has the big mouth.
Mm-hmm. The mole.
The mole.
So they know there's a mole somewhere.
Yeah, so each kid has their own story of who they are and what they do. And to be honest, in a lot of ways, I felt that some of them kind of deserve what they got.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
Which the whole family is just kind of screwed around.
They're
They let
all
money
awful.
get to their head. That's the bottom line. The money got to their head.
Yeah.
You got the first brother, pillhead, sleep with anything with a leg.
Yeah.
Anything, everything, and he was all about, pretty much like nowadays, everybody's all about getting that post, getting those likes,
Getting the
and
likes
shares,
and the clout.
and
Yeah.
he was all about that. And when it come down to it, spoilers, I guess we can mention.
Yeah.
He has this big party. You're only allowed in if you get these invites. And it's only like a digital invite only. You have to show proof.
Very elite. Yeah.
Story is they had these, the Usher family had so many buildings that they were technically supposed to get tore down because of, rust and pipes and certain materials that were still in this building.
Yeah.
This brother's at the point, and I think he's the baby of all of them, because I think it goes from the youngest up to the oldest. He's the baby, and he's just got a mindset of a child, and he's like, I'm going to have the party anyways, and, he pretty much wants to seduce everybody at a certain time of this party, and have this water come down, and everybody just start doing their deed.
Right. But
It was not water.
But the stuff that was pumping through the system was chemicals.
It was chemical and acid, and when I tell you what a masquerade of murder,
it's
these
awful.
people's skin just started melting and bubbling and just
disgusting.
I couldn't imagine having to go into that aftermath.
Yeah.
So you can take it from here.
Well, what I should have stated too at the beginning was that the Roderick and Madeline on New Year's Eve of 1980, they go to this bar and they meet this bartender lady who basically tells them to make a deal or whatever, and it turns out that she's like the Grim Reaper in a way, and this lady's face keeps popping up every time there's an event. Every time one of the Usher kids die or whatever, she's there somewhere, and she is the embodiment of death. And basically she's collecting the tab. She's like, I'll make you guys filthy rich, I'll make you famous, blah blah blah, but your kids are going to pay the price for it, basically.
Now, mind you, she's in this from the very beginning.
Yeah, she doesn't age. They notice it's the same person, and Roderick will look at these papers and that's her from 1980, and it 30 years later or whatever, and there she is again.
But at first, remember, Roderick was blinded by her, and Madeline is the one who recognized her.
That's true. Yeah.
Madeline, as we said earlier, was so intelligent. What is it she called that she did? Not fractions. It was
I know what you're talking about, but I can't place.
She was mathematically intelligent.
Yeah.
To a T. She did all these different things with these numbers, and she was trying to find out the formula to stay young forever. She wanted to live forever.
The equation or whatever it is.
Well, when it kind of comes down to it, this lady that's behind everything, that's in the beginning, I guess has kind of already done that, because they found pictures and photos from her back in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And here you are, the 20th century is where this is,
it goes into the 21st,
Yeah, 21st, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But it's basically, and Carla Gugino plays the entity, and she's basically the like a demonic being or like a presence of death itself that they make a deal with, and she never ages. So each one of the children will meet her before their demise, and she makes them feel like they're they're on top of the world, and then she's like, well, this deal was made and you're gonna pay for it, blah blah blah. But yeah, and they all die in horrific ways. Like there's no just dying in your sleep here. These are horrific things.
And it's almost like she makes these kids do this to themselves or to the other.
Right.
She gets in their mind, which, she is an evil entity. So it's kind of her job to do, I guess, in this.
Yeah.
But it gets pretty just kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Some of them, the way that they die, and then, the Joker that they see.
Yeah. The jester.
The whole point of him.
Yeah. You keep seeing this jester, some kind of entity in a jester mask and suit or whatever, and it turns out it was a murder that they had committed years ago on an old boss that kind of started all of it, kick-started all of it.
Which just so happens to be why the evil has came to bite them in the butt. Because that night, this evil knew and made the deal that when they did this, she knew everything to the T, what they did and what happened. She told them, she's like, well, I'll make a deal with you. And she pretty much told them that their bloodline would be taken out one by one in order for them to be protected by the crime they committed.
And you can tell that at the end of it, Roderick is heartbroken because he knows that he messed up bad. And everybody has paid for it, not only all of his kids, but his granddaughter too.
And I will say, Madeline, you are evil.
Madeline
because she made sure she didn't have any kids. And that's not fair.
Right. Yeah, she went out of her way to do that. But I won't spoil everything that happens here, but it unfolds worse and worse and worse, and it comes to a pretty satisfying conclusion. I like the majority of it, but I will say Carla Gugino to me was the best part of the show. I like because you always she's going to show up. It's just a matter of where and when, and
and what character she's going to be this time.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, she did good,
and it's got a lot of messaging, like the elitist, how people act when you're just made of money and you don't have any respect for anybody, or, you take everything for granted. And, we all see people like that. And there's a lot of messaging here about that. And I can appreciate that part of it. So overall, I mean, I liked it.
We don't want to give too many details,
no,
guys,
I'm not
because it's really a good watch.
Yeah.
I loved it, but I like the dark, creepy, weird stuff. So.
I liked it. I don't think it's Midnight Mass good, but I think it's good. I think Midnight Mass was better, but I did like it.
I like it just because it's Mike Flanagan's.
Yeah, right.
He's got a dark mind, and I love it. Make more stuff.
yeah. We haven't watched everything. Like, I watched Midnight Club, and she started it, but neither of us liked it.
It didn't catch me right off like everything else that we have watched of his.
I watched the whole thing, which again has a lot of the same actors in it and stuff, but I just didn't like Midnight Club very well. And I don't know that I've watched all of Oculus. I want to watch it, but I don't know that I've seen the whole thing.
I've watched Oculus.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
It's been a while, but I've watched it.
But we're probably gonna, whatever Mike Flanagan plans to do. I've heard that he's got some more stuff in the works, and I'm very interested to see. Yeah, I think he's taking on The Exorcist, I think, next. So I think it's supposed to have Scarlett Johansson in it, and that'll probably be pretty good. With his take, I'd probably trust it in his hands.
That'll get everybody's views.
Right? Yeah, so anyways, guys, check out Fall of the House of Usher if you haven't seen it. It's worth a watch. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it across your social media and join the family. I guess that'll do it for this one, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.